Okay, so now we've got our local host and WordPress all installed. We're now going to get to work on importing some of the Bootstrap folders into our custom theme. So if we go back to the MAMP folder and then under the htdocs, we can find our Tranquil WP folder. So open this up, and these are all the files and folders that's included with WordPress by default. Most of the work that we'll be doing for the custom theme will be inside WP content and then inside the themes folder. So inside the themes folder, there's the standard default themes that are included with WordPress. 2015 is the most current, and that's the one that we've seen when we opened up our website before. So inside the themes folder, let's get started with our custom theme. So if we go to new folder, and I'm going to call this Tranquil WP. So if we open up the Tranquil WP folder and also our Bootstrap folder, we can start putting in some of the folders into our custom theme. So I'm just going to select all the files for now and copy and then paste these into our folder. So we don't need the about, the blog or the contact page just for now. So I'm just going to get rid of those. The index page, we need to change this to index.php. So WordPress recognizes it. So we'll use the PHP extension there. We need to keep the images, the JavaScript, the CSS and the fonts folder. But within the CSS folder, we need to move our custom CSS file and we need to move it to be at the same level as our index page. So if we select the custom CSS and then if we move that back one level in with the index page on the folders, because that's where WordPress requires the CSS to be, and also it requires it to be called style.css rather than custom. So change that to style.css. So as well as being our custom style sheet, in our style.css we can also include some important WordPress information about our theme. So if we go back into our text editor, and you may need to refresh because we've changed some of the files and folders, and under Tranquil WP, if we go to content, themes, and then Tranquil WP, we can then find the style sheet that we've just renamed. So right at the very top of the page, if we just make some space, and we need to go back into the web browser. So if you head over to Google, so I'm just going to do a search. So if you search for Codex, so Codex is basically the WordPress documentation. So we'll be using that quite a lot in this section to find lots of information such as PHP functions. So for now, if we just search for the Codex theme style sheet. So it's a top link we need, but if you just click the jump to theme style sheet, and this will jump to the part of the page that we need. So under the theme style sheet heading, WordPress gives us a sample of the comment that it needs to include at the top of the style.css. So let's copy that sample and then paste that in at the top of our style sheet. So let's get rid of this sidebar and we can start editing the information. So right at the very top under the theme name, we're going to put our theme name in, which is Tranquil WP. And then the theme website, so you can put in anything you want in there for now. So if you just want to put something generic in there for now, so tranquilspatheme.com, and the author, you can put your name in or the name of your company. And if you've got a website, you can also put that in there. And then you can put in a description for the theme. So I'm just going to put in a fully responsive WordPress spa theme built using Bootstrap 3. There we go. So the version we can leave at 1.0 and the license we can leave. I'm going to change some of the tags. Now bear in mind that the tags that we put in the style sheet, we can't just put in any tag that we choose. They've got to be WordPress approved tags, which you can find in the codex. So for now I'm just going to add the right sidebar. And then these are separated by commas. So responsive layout. Custom header. And custom menu. Featured images. And then in the end, translation ready. Now, some of these you may not understand what they are, but as we go through the course, you'll understand more and more of what each one of these is. We'll be adding things such as featured images, and we're making the theme ready for people to translate into different languages if they want to. So the text domain, we're going to make it the same as our theme name. So that's going to be Tranquil WP, and we'll use that later on in this course when we're making the theme ready for translation. And we can delete the information at the bottom. And there we go, so that's all we need to include in the style sheet for now. Okay, and save that. And if we go back to our theme folder, which is in the htdocs, and then open it up and then go again to WordPress content, themes, and Tranquil WP. And the last thing we need to do before we activate our theme in WordPress is if we go to the images folder in our custom theme, and if we locate the screenshot.png, we need to move this over up one level into the same directory as we moved our style sheet into before. And then if we go to our web browser and then back to our WordPress dashboard, so if we go to the Tranquil Spa in the corner and hover over and then click on the dashboard. So basically the dashboard is really simple to use. Down the left hand side we've got a list of all the links where we can add various posts, pages, we can change things such as the themes. So if you go down to the appearance and select themes. So as you can see, active is the 2015 theme, but we want to use the Tranquil Spa theme that we just created. So if all goes well, you should see your theme appearing on this page, and then click on activate. So there we go. So now if we click on the home icon in the top left and visit site. Okay, so hopefully that's all went well for you and your theme should now be activated. As you can see, it's all working, but there's still a lot of work that needs to be done to make it look like our Bootstrap template. So let's start by adding some of the folders that we need. So back into our theme folder in the htdocs. One thing you may want to do is set up a shortcut on your desktop, or if you're using a Mac, you can add one of the colored tags so you don't need to go through the process of finding it every time. So MAMP, and then the htdocs, Tranquil WP, content, themes, and then Tranquil WP. So for this Tranquil folder, I'm just going to create the blue tag. So I can just select the blue and find it a lot faster. If you're using a Windows machine, you maybe want to save a shortcut on your desktop. Okay, so we'll need to add a few more basic files into our folder. So if we go over to brackets and bring up the sidebar, I'm going to press Command and N to create a new page. So the first page we need to add is the header.php. So just save that as header.php and make sure that's included in our custom theme along with the index page. So save that for now, and then another new page and save this as the footer.php. And then just two more to create. So the next one is going to be for the sidebar. And let's save the sidebar.php. I'll use a shortcut this time and save that in with the index page. And then lastly, the last file we're going to save is for the functions. So a new page, and save that as functions.php, again making sure it's in the right location. Okay, so that's it for now, and we'll see you in the next video.